So, hello chat. How are you doing? How is everyone doing? And by everyone, I mean like maybe one person, one person that always turns up. I'm not expecting to find huge crowds in here exactly, but uh, yeah, no, there's no but. I'm not expecting huge crowds here exactly. I do wonder, how do people get noticed? How do people really get their streaming careers going? How do they get people drawn to their streams? Like, do they have a dozen friends and they tell a dozen friends to come to their stream at the appointed time, and but then if people and then people see 12 people watching, and then the other random people show up, more people show up. I don't know how that really starts. I'm not really trying. I'm not really trying to get a streaming thing for going for real. But I am wondering how that works exactly. But also, it's the weather has finally gotten warmer here, because it has been 10 degrees Celsius since I want to say October, November, constantly. It has been 10 degrees constantly. And there had been times earlier when around December, January, there had been times that it has been around 0 degrees, but overall it has been around 10 degrees C since half a year. Constantly, the same slightly chilly temperature, constantly, but without a change. And then suddenly, on I want to say Friday, and then suddenly on Friday, suddenly it's the middle of the summer. Suddenly it's 25 degrees. It was it's like somebody flipped a switch. Like somebody flipped a switch on Friday, and somebody went holy shit, these guys are supposed to have a spring. So we completely missed this. We almost completely missed the spring. So let's just turn up the summer immediately. The weather here sometimes really is like that. That it feels like somebody is just flipping a switch. It would be no rain for months and no rain, and then suddenly one day it's just a complete downpour. Somebody up there just flipped the switch. It's just depressing to see the constantly 10 degrees constantly for half a year. It's just depressing. Like full summer. I don't love full summer, summer heat. I don't love that either. But the constant 10 degrees was just starting to get really depressing. But as I was saying, it really does sometimes feel like there's somebody in the clouds. There's a dude or this old lady, this old office lady, who just has to flip a switch. But she's the thing is, she's very forgetful. The old lady is very forgetful because she's this tired old office worker who doesn't give a shit about her job. And she's very forgetful, and she keeps forgetting to flip a switch about the weather. So one day it suddenly shifts, the weather suddenly shifts from one extreme to another. And in Polish temperate climate, in Polish it's called mild. Temperate climate in Polish is called mild, without extremes. That's what the word, it's called klimat łagodny. It means It's mild. It doesn't have extremes. And people always joke like we have the opposite of a mild climate. We have only the extremes. We have only the extremes. We have only it's only very cold or very hot or very dry or very rainy. No exception. And I'm like sure it's no Siberia. It's not like that one lady from Yakutsk, I think, who I watched like one video of hers or maybe two. This lady from Yakutsk who was made a video about how she lives in the Siberian climate where they get in the winter they get like minus 80 degrees C, like minus 60, minus 80 degrees C. Like it's genuinely the kind of temperature where if you just left the building, you just almost immediately freeze to death. It is genuinely that kind of temperature. It's that kind of temperature where she went to a shop. She grabbed a cup of hot water. She asked the person in the shop to give her a cup of hot water, freshly boiled hot water. She went out with that cup of water and she threw the water up into the air, and before the hot water at 100 degrees, before it fell down to the ground, it froze. It's genuinely how cold it is. And people still live there for some goddamn reason. Why doesn't like everyone leave that city? It's like the coldest continuously habited city on earth. Why do people don't just immediately leave the city? Why do they like she's like puts on like 5 layers of clothes and wool and like special wool knee pads, knee things that she puts on her knees? Because she said that once when she was a child she went out without these knee things, and to this day she feels a little bit hurt in those knees because this is how crazy cold it is there. And I'm not saying that is how cold it gets here, but it just gets cold. It either gets cold or it gets hot. So that's like the opposite of a mild climate. But at least we got somebody, the old office lady in the sky remembered to flip a switch, and now we have a summer in May. And when I see things like that, I realize why people used to believe these crazy things about like gods and shit. Like I suddenly realize why people believe that stuff. Because back in the ancient times when people had no idea how things worked, it's very easy to look at this kind of stuff and think, well, there must be some kind of dude up there. Only these days we know a little better, and these days we have a slightly different society, so when I imagine who must be up there, who must be responsible for the sudden switches of weather, I imagine an older office lady who is very forgetful. But 3,000 years ago, ancient Israelites 3,000 years ago would look up at the sky and think, well, there has to be a guy up there. There has to be a guy up there who's like chucking these lightning bolts down at us because he's mad at something we did. Like maybe if we like, well, and these ancient people must have been like, if we it must have been like if we burn things, like the smoke from these things goes into the sky, and gods are in the sky, because of course gods are in the sky. Less crit, less haste, less evade, but more attack power and stamina, and it removes the sharpness weapon, which I don't know if I wanted. Blessed. What does this overflowing things do? Begins combat with an active tentacle. That could be useful. And it removes the sharpness weapon. No, I might buy that. And less haste. Less haste means that she will move slower and she will heal slower. No, this is more of an attack thing than like healer thing for her. But you know, people used to look up the sky and think, you know, there has to be a dude up there because you know, who else would be chucking these lightnings down at us? So when you look back at it like that, like you understand kind of where it comes from. You understand why people used to believe this weird crap. What I don't understand is why people still believe that. Like, why do people? Like, why do people still believe this crap today? Like, I genuinely believe that you know the God of the Gaps argument. The God of the Gaps argument. The argument that. Well, the God lies in the things that we don't understand about science. We just don't understand everything about science yet. So the things that we don't understand about science, that must be the work of God. And this is like this, and I genuinely believe that this is pretty much how anything about God and religion started. People just looked up at the things they didn't understand about nature, and they assumed everything that they don't understand must be God or gods. I think that really stems, all of religion really stems from that. And I'm talking about religion and stuff while I am just, you know, shopping for items, trying to like improve the characters here before I continue on with the story. Again, this is less haste for her. So if it's less haste, I might as well just buy this. That's more attack power and stamina. This is defenses. This is like a tank weapon for her. But now these weapons are getting less powerful, and like it's not really worth it anymore. Okay. So less willpower, less stamina, but more attack power, which I'm not really using her for that. More haste for Arya. She's already too fast. Can't really, and more than I can really use it for. So yeah, that's a topic to start a stream with. And so you know, it's very light topic to start a stream with. That could be actually be useful. Less stamina, more attack power, more. That's like almost. It's better for her in almost everything except stamina, and I'm not really using her to tank, so this might be actually be more useful for her. Let me see. Then there's nothing even better for her. Because you know, it started, you know, very simply. It started very simply. It started with just looking at the weather and having silly ideas about the weather, and just, you know, proceeded from there. It's just a natural progression of topics while I am browsing items, items in an RPG. Tell me it doesn't make sense. what I said. Like, is anyone else watching still got the one regular viewer? Is it really worth it to spend all that money for this little of a change? Like, I don't I don't know. I don't think it really is really worth it. Less attack power for him, more stamina. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I thought I would be like buying something very important for them, but not really. Like more attack power and stamina and crit. So I guess what's his face? Spike could use this. Fine, I'll buy this. So like, which items for a healer? So I don't really know which of these stats would really be that good for a healer. Guess I'll put that on Laui. Why is this a troll ring? Like, it's just lore. Why is it troll ring? But the stats don't really sell the idea of anything about trolls. Like, sure, I'll put that on the Laui. Maybe that. I don't know if that will really do that much for them. And I wanted another thing for a pike. Is this it? No, it was. No, what did I buy for a pike? This? What did I buy for pike over there? What was the item I bought for pike called? Because now I can't find it. I just bought it. Is this it? No. Haste and lifesteal? No. What the hell is it? Like, what was the item? Chat, what was the item I bought for pike called? Was this what I bought for pike? And now I put it on the Laui? And now I can't really replace it with anything else. Because everything else is not better. Oh, her. Okay, like, sure, you keep it. Because you were too busy listening to my philosophy instead of looking at this. More haste, more attack power, less stamina, less magic defense. Sure, you put that on. More haste, more lifesteal, but less attack power. Sure. Yeah, he definitely needs a better ring here. He needs everything better. Maybe that's why. Maybe that is why I was doing badly, because they will get like level 8 items when there are level 21. I don't know which stats would really be that good for a healer in this game, because none of these stats that I see here are really telling me healer, really. Okay, let's check out other like vendors. Necrit, do you have anything else to say? Thresh's ritual must be stopped. We must hurry. And that is all you're saying. Alright. Do you have any other vendors in here down there? Let's see. Like, well, what do I have you for, here for, chat? Like, just you watch what I'm doing and you tell me what I'm doing, because clearly I didn't know what I'm doing. You know? Sure, I'll buy some of those mana potions. And lustrous potions. And I'm starting to slowly run out of money. Moderate revival potions, sure. Because those are also proving useful. For 10 minutes, yeah. 10 minutes is a lot of time, alright? I'm joking, of course, but you know. I don't really feel like buying any of this. Like, I could do more, like, more enchants on their gear. This is enchanted. She gets less crit, less haste, and less evade, but she gets more of what? Attack power and stamina. Sure. Stamina and haste, sure. None of the alternative weapons for brawl that were shown to me on the vendors was really better. I have one of those already, but it's like less attack power. I don't want to let him to have less attack power. This is more attack power, but less crit, much less crit. So I don't know, that's pretty better. I don't have like, I don't think this game has any like detailed simulations where you can like simulate which gives you the best possible stats. Oh, I could use this for sure. Okay, I guess Ari gave this to him as a gift. Okay, let's pretend that's what happened. Oh, she already has another one. Okay. She doesn't have anything else super outleveled. You could like sell these like level 10 ones and stuff. For sure. Like level 12. Level 14, sure. So this stream so far has been religion and vendors, so that must be, you know, really exciting to watch. But I knew I had to check like vendors and stuff, like try to upgrade their gear before I really continue. Why does it scroll up constantly? Okay. It's barely giving us more. I don't think we have done anything else with this lady. Brown has not gotten a token of purity yet, or found where there are. Must keep looking. Yeah, Ilawi. Do not I have any more information? Nothing specific. Great. Yeah, that's very helpful. Misfortune. My dear Captain, I see you return, and you bring quite an arsenal with you. It's hard to miss. Let's hope you use it wisely. Okay, so did I unlock? Maybe I already had it unlocked. Okay, so I don't know why. And he is damaged. Didn't I like rest before I got here? And like talk to a bunch of people? Well, where is the rest thing? Oh, up there. Okay. So I'll quickly have a rest and then continue. It restores 10 mana at the end of battle for a few battles, so sure, let's do that. I feel like I had been rested before I got here. Like, I haven't really done anything. But yeah, let's go. Let's stop going on about religion and stuff, and let's keep going. And now I think we're going up here. Yes, because that will make us follow Thresh. I was wondering if it like putting Necrit in the title, if it would draw some attention. Cutscene.
This is Thresh's mighty fortress? I have seen bigger in the Freljord.
The mist here is troubled, full of anger.
We're angrier.
I gotta agree with Pike. No ancient spirit can stand between me and Gangplank. Let's show this Thresh that no one crosses Bilgewater.
Okay. I was wondering before when I was putting up the title yesterday, I was wondering if like putting Necrit in the title would draw any views, draw any attention. Like I'm not really trying to like get views, but I was wondering if it would like draw any attention. It's like people would see Necrit. Oh, we talked to Necrit. Well, I talked to Necrit. I did. It's not a lie. I did talk to Necrit. Not the YouTuber Necrit, not the real life person Necrit. I talked to the Necrit in the game. The character called Necrit. So you know, it's not a lie. I did talk to Necrit, and Necrit did tell me to go after Thresh. So it's true. You have forgotten again. I mean, he's just a country away, like, just a country away. Like, it is so unthinkable to how it used to be before the EU, before the like Schengen and stuff. Before Poland got into EU, like another country, it was like it might have been another world. Or like when my parents were children, or when my parents were more than children, my parents were 23 when communism fell. So like when my mother was 23, when my father was 25, it was communism. So you couldn't really travel anywhere. So just a country away was a huge thing. You have no idea how important your screams are to Thresh. The agony you feel delights him. Deliver me from this plane unto another, the spirit realm. I guess we're fighting this guy. I mean, it's a huge change that really like opens up things. You have no idea how big a mistake you have made coming here, but you soon shall know. Okay, we are fighting him. Mind Reaper.
Get in line.
Okay. So it's just the one guy. Does any of this apply tap on a single target? Not really. So if I want to apply the tap, I need to do this basic attack.
That'll teach ya.
Okay. Ilawe, what do you do when nobody needs healing yet? I don't really have that many tentacles yet. No. Do I want to put the spirit test of spirit on this guy? Sure, it looks like he's really big. Ah, but he's level 22, so he's like over my level. I hope I'm not under level again. Doesn't have any special buffs, and I don't need to attack him in any special way. Doesn't seem like it. And Brom. I guess you buff people. And what are you doing? Nobody needs healing. Sure, let's slam into the tentacles.
Remember this.
And yeah, it really is like a whole different world. Since like the 1980s, it's a completely different world, really. Like people look at the map of the world in like 1980s and now, and like there is sure it's from the 1980s. There are some huge differences, you know, like Soviet Union, the unification of Germany, this kind of stuff. But people then look at them and the map of the world between like 1993 and now, and they say like nothing has changed. That the history has been so stagnant, but on the map it may look the same. It really isn't the same. Like things really are very different. The map may not have changed a whole lot, but the world did. It's like society is so different. Music is so different. Like compare music from the 80s and compare the music from now. I saw this video like before one of the other streams. I think I talked about it even at the beginning of another stream. Like I saw this video that was like the biggest hit, the most recognizable music since any in any year in the last 100 years. So it started like 1925 and ended with 2025. And I noticed this thing where I from the like 20s to the 30s I recognized like a few songs from the 20s and 30s, like the really big ones. When I started recognizing way more when it got like in the 60s, I recognized a few. Then in the 70s, I was starting to really recognize music. The 80s and the 90s, I recognized the most in the 80s and the 90s, and you could like see the style of music changing over time, you know, as you watch this. You just see live how the music evolved in that time. And I recognize the music from the 80s and the 90s the most, which, you know, might be strange given that I was born in 1989, so I didn't really see the music from the 80s live, and in the 90s I was a little child, so I wasn't like really getting into that. But still, I recognize the music from the 80s and the 90s the most. And after that, when it gets to like 2010s, I suddenly was no longer recognizing the music. So does that mean that the 2010s is when I was starting to get old? Like somebody commented about this too. That like when you stop recognizing the songs, that's the moment where you know you got old.
You are not ready.
Is he still tapped? He's not tapped. Do we have an ult? We almost had an ult, but not quite. Should just check. He's almost down. So I guess you can just do a little tap.
Life is the sweetness of fruit, the joy of battle.
Yeah, I was supposed to do some enchants on their gear and got distracted. Oh, the jailer dropped a key. I was supposed to do some enchants and I got distracted. What does this really do? 20% chance on attack to create a damage shield with each hit. Okay, that could be good. On who? Where is Brom's weapon? Misfortune, Ari, Ilawi, Yasuo, Pike. He's level 16, he's all the way over here and currently has a crit thing. Yeah, I'm gonna replace that with this because shield is better with him than the crit. Crit, Sanctuary, 20% chance on taking damage to create a damage shield. Yeah, might do that too for Brom. What does he have currently? Nothing? Okay. Oh. Failure because it's only 37% chance to succeed because I don't have the stone construct hand. Okay, like no, not on this. On this. I mean, I'm gonna try again. It worked. All right. A prisoner wastes away inside this cell. Talk to the prisoner. Please, is the sun still warm? Please tell me. I don't think it is in here. Was this the thing where I needed to like choose the right person to free? Or can I free everyone? I don't remember anything. It is maddening. Hey, can I?
These trapped spirits.
Okay.
You feel pity for them? No. It's grief.
They remind me of someone. The person I'm thinking of is a fighter. But his spirit did not rest easy after death.
You encountered this spirit?
Yes. I can't stop fighting him, even after he's died. Seeing these cages makes me wonder. Is he trapped? Or am I?
You'll have to meet him and find out.
I think I joined up with you so I wouldn't have to.
Has fortune smile on the condemned? Or do mine eyes trick me? Fortune is literally smiling on you because you are literally talking to misfortune. Run far, far away before he returns. Okay. Okay, so this guy just left. So can I free everyone? I think he has a lucky chest behind him. Let me repay you for your mercy. Right,
Are you ready?
of course. Okay, so I guess you tap him. Like, he's not really big of an enemy. Not sure. Okay. Now I guess you just tentacle him. And you do the big tap. And you just slam him. He's not big enough to really waste a lot of mana on you.
Winter's might can be unforgiving.
And there is a chest behind him. Celestial group health potion. Sure, I'll unlock all the cells. I had long lost hope. Maybe I will find it again. Okay. And there is something to read here. Necrit's diary. You know, we gotta read Necrit's diary. Because if Necrit, or like a fan of Necrit's comes on, like, we have to read Necrit's diary in the stream I titled after Necrit, you know. It has been an age since I had the time to contemplate the day and record my thoughts on paper. Since the Queen's injury, I had barely a moment to sleep and no time to spend on myself. I shouldn't complain. I knew what I was getting into when I took this position at King Viego's side. But sometimes I feel the task I volunteered for has grown and changed. We all knew Viego was a strong-tempered young man with fragile nerves and an inclination to rage, but since Isolde's poisoning, he's been even more erratic than usual. The kingdom's vaults are stuffed with magical relics won from Kamavea's enemies, and he's been rioting among them like a troll in a china shop. Every day Viego searches for them and for something that could heal the Queen's injury. And every day I must nag him to focus on his kingly duties. I return to my diary partly due to the feeling that we are living through a momentous time in our kingdom's history. A poisoned queen, and a queen whose despair distracts him from rule. There are stories like this in the books I read from as a child. Unlike those tales, however, we do not have a blessed hero to swoop in and solve everyone's problems. We merely have the king's niece, Callista, and though she may locate the fabled Blessed Isles, there may not be a cure there for her to find. Okay. That was my Necrit voice. Not Necrit voice, that was my fake Necrit voice. The game Necrit voice. Who are you? You look precious. Let me see you. Closer. Well, you're lucky because you have a chest behind you, so I gotta let you out. And now you're going to attack me. Yes. So now you're lucky. You're lucky you had a chest behind you. Or you'd still be rotting there. Okay, we won't really last long enough. We'll be doing much with him here. Misfortune is probably about to kill him, so let's just... Yep. Okay. At least these enemies have a decency to only show up one at a time. The spirit realm is sick. Thresh, Who has written this? Doesn't say. The spirit realm here is foul. In Ionia it feels like clean earth, like fresh rain. Here it's like wading neck deep through a sea of mold and rot and slime. It's suffocating. I can barely breathe. It feels worse when the torturer peers into my cell. It feels worse when his lantern shines. He drags the humans away one by one, but he never touches me. There are no other Vastaya among the survivors of our shipwreck. Humans can live off of the rotten scraps he feeds them, but I need spirit magic as desperately as I need air. I can already feel the lack of it. My heart beats slower. I lie here in the dark and my chest feels as if a weight is lying on it. I'd rather he drag me up and kill me than leave me here another day. Maybe the torturer knows it. Maybe leaving me to suffocate is his special plan for me. Okay. And there are enemies that are right behind this trap. And also standing right on this stuff. Okay. I think I managed to start this outside of them. Like the mist thing. Is this guy going to explode? That deals damage to attackers per hit. Applies creeping flames to all champions. Anytime ability from the power lane will cause take heavy magic damage and be ignited. So don't do power lane, which I'm not doing anyway. Okay. And this guy, when death inflicts a stack of terror. Okay. You do your usual stuff, I guess. Okay, this is a fast guy. Maybe I should be doing him last because he does the terror thing, but he's gonna do it anyway. And nobody needs healing yet, do they? No, Brom has a lot of shield. First one. That did a lot of damage. Okay. Brom deals 202 damage. Did exactly 202. Sometimes it does more, sometimes it does less than it says it would. Okay, that was fast. Oh, another wave appeared. Okay. So, you know, have 2 tentacles. Nobody needs healing yet, really. So sure, just what does this guy do? When death inflicts stacks of terror, curse of terror. Okay, everyone has terror. Casting inflicts all damage taken by 20% while casting an ability. He's not casting an ability right now, so I could just hit him. Right. Okay, Brom. Or are we still taunting? We are. Okay, so Brom. I guess you can do this. You know, never do this anymore. You can probably just tap this guy. And now you can untap this guy by doing the massive blast. And I guess you can start working on other people. Okay. I think we're still taunting. So this icon. It's this icon, this little green icon. This is a taunt, so I have to remember that icon.
Keep it coming.
I guess you like buff people. tentacle this guy, sure. I don't really need the healing yet, so maybe the gear I got, like the enchants I got, really are helping. And I guess you do this. Yeah, put on this one. Yeah, so maybe the upgrades I got did help. Because there's a lot of difference between how it played when we left and how it's playing now. So maybe I did what I needed to do to make it better. But now there's also traps floating around, and I already hate this. Okay, because I have to like find the exactly right pattern that is going to hit me. That is okay. I managed to get all the way here. Okay. Oh, this guy. He looked Mistwalker Librarian. Yeah, this guy looks cool too. Does he have like his arms like bound together? No, that's a book. I was wondering if, but I see this line. I see this line between his arms. I was wondering if he's got like his arms are like bound, but no, it's a book. It's an actual like librarian carrying a book, and he's got 2 more books with him. So you know that is a very cool unit, very cool, very thematically fitting unit. I do like this design. Okay, Braum, you do your stuff. Okay. Do they have any like special buffs? Like when they die, they give super buff to him. Half of all damage dealt to the librarian is split among the librarian's allies. Okay, so kill the books first. That's it. Okay, nobody needs healing yet. So I guess you start hitting the books. Yeah, let's hit the books. I guess you can tap this guy. Yeah, it is half of his damage is split to the other guys, but they still don't have that much health, so they still die pretty fast. And that's a very interesting choice. Okay, and I guess you do this. Oh, he summons more books. Okay, so like don't focus the books because he just summons more. Okay. And when you read those stats, when you read those abilities, you feel like, oh, okay, so hit the books first and then hit the guy. But no, he just summons more. It's like a little bit counterintuitive. Do we need healing? Not really. So yeah, sure, like just hit the librarian. It just goes through his books. I may have gotten a little bit lucky when the enchant thing worked out, because this cell is like empty, or I wanted to say open, because that enchant on Braum's armor that was giving him more shields. Maybe I got a little bit lucky there. Okay, I'm shooting at you, dude. Please don't tell me you got the hazard because he was in the hazard. Doesn't look like I did, so good. Okay. Okay, now Ilawi is moving first. Definitely don't need healing on anyone. None of these are really like a single target thing, so sure, just tentacle this thing. Bro, you do your stuff. Yeah. Does feel like I'm doing more damage than I was doing before. Like I don't think I was like really improved the damage that much. And Brom is already running out of mana. So I did not improve my mana usage. I can tell you that much. And you can do the big thing. And you can also do the big thing. But yeah, I think the shielding entrance on Brom really did go well. Because it really is how to survive. And this guy survived, come on. Is this going to remove the terror thing? Let's see if this removes the terror thing. Let's see. Yeah, it removes the terror. So yeah, that's a very good one to use when we can. Yeah, the chat, the topics today started off very light, so you know, if you don't want to talk about that, or if you don't want to have me just doing the live commentary of whatever I'm thinking about while I am just playing through the game, just saying the things in the game, and I'm just saying things in the game, what I'm doing in the game. I see. Not in the chat. Not in the chat here in the on YouTube, but I see in our Discord chat. You know it's raining a lot when you see a duck crossing the road from your window. Okay, but then again, he is in Canada, so like I don't know what kind of animals he usually sees from his windows, like because the funny thing that many people don't seem to realize is like the same latitudes in Poland and or Europe in general, and the same latitudes in America or Canada are completely different, because like how much colder it is. And like the same latitudes where in Poland is the city of Gdańsk, which is fairly temperate, fairly mild, with the kWs that I was giving at the start of the stream, that is not mild at all. It's crazy, completely crazy. But Gdańsk is, you know, quote unquote mild. But meanwhile, in Canada, at the same latitudes, you can have polar bears just walking down the street. That's how different it is. And we are, of course, as a culture, as a civilization, we are working very hard on changing that, because we are working very hard on the climate change and on ruining the Gulf Stream. The Gulf Storm, is that how they call it in English? The Gulf Storm. They're working very hard on ruining the Gulf Storm to make sure that Europe is just as cold as Canada. Okay, you. What are we doing? Sure, Bromley. It's a protection. He's still taunting. And you still have mana. Okay, Ilawi, you have much less mana now. But sure, just try to end this guy. Just try to end this guy with like small abilities to preserve some mana. Or get a null to end it really quickly. just machine gun the guy down with like 16th century flintlocks, because that's what the game looks like when you're when you have the higher speed turned on. Oh boy, another puzzle to get through. Not puzzle, weird traps. Okay. Yeah, I know I'm in the Black Mist, but no one else is in the Black Mist, so... Okay, dude. Talk to the prisoner. Please don't walk by like all the others. Free me. Sure, I will unlock the cell. The precious gift you have, your life. Don't lose it, not here. Okay, please let me... Okay. You. Have you come to laugh at the caged animals? Be glad there is this wall between us. This is about to hit. No, it did not hit us. Okay, that's interesting. Unlock the cell. If I devour your essence, maybe I can break this curse. Okay.
You got a name and a bullet.
I guess you tap him. And Ilawi, just tentacle him. Sure. He's not really big enough to merit anything too big. And now Brom will have to start. There's like flying people now, and I need him to restore some mana. Yeah, him, if no one else. So I will give him a mana potion because he needs it for the taunt. Because things will kind of break if he doesn't taunt. So the topics today so far have included religion, climate change. Was there anything else? But yeah, we had religion and climate change already. So we know it's a great start. It's almost been an hour already. Technically an hour because I started around 10. The full hour. So after an hour of the stream, we've already done those topics. So you know, what other topic we might as well do? You know, the coming of Stratholme. Like, I don't really know there's really that much to say about Calling of Stratholme, or if people really care about it anymore. Okay, another one. Because I remember the debates about the Calling of Stratholme did used to get pretty heated, but I don't think anyone really cares anymore. And I did not give Brom his potion. Okay. Yeah. So maybe Ilawi will need to heal a little bit now. There's a really awesome mod, custom maps, Warcraft Reforged, and it made the campaign much more fun. I've seen a little bit of it. Like, I've seen like little bits of Grand Gaming. What is his channel name? Like Grand Gaming, Giant Grand Games, I think. I think that's what his channel name is. I think I saw a little bit of his stream. I didn't watch a lot of his stream because like part of it was during my stream, but I've seen like a little bit of it. I've seen the map on The map where you fight Cyronox. Map where you fight Cyronox, where they completely remade the whole Cyronox part. Like they moved the dwarves to a different part of the map. They moved the dwarves to a different part of the map, and then they turned Cyronox into a whole big dungeon. And when I've seen like what they did with the dungeon, I forgot to give him the mana potion again. Okay. And the guy who made it created several really unique boss fights. Yeah, I don't think I would really be able to do... I would really be able to do the... how they remade Cyronox. Like, because their remade Cyronox, like, calls down on a bunch of undead, and you need to kill these undead really fast, or he will heal from them. And I do not do anything really fast, so I would just be soft locked at that fight. Did I tap that guy? I think I tapped that guy. So like. Do we need healing? Not yet. I'd just be soft locked at Cyronox. I would be unable to progress the story at all. So I don't think I'm gonna play that mod. Even if I had Warcraft 3 installed right now, I don't think I'm playing that. Nobody needs healing, so I'm not using that ult. I will be preserving a little bit of mana. Just hit these guys. That is really the thing with many of the like cool mods I see, because in like the mods for RTS games, like it's very common to just make them crazy difficult. Like the most popular mods are just extreme hard difficulty mod, like nightmares difficulty, like the hell plus difficulty, whatever. Like there are just a lot of, and then somebody gets a unique idea for a mod that does a lot of different changes to the game, and instead of making that mod with the unique changes on the base game, they make the mod for the nightmare version difficulty. And I see that it's based on nightmare difficulty, and I see, well, it looks like a cool idea, but I won't be able to play it because I will fail because I'm just not reacting quick enough to things. So it's like, it sounds like a cool idea, but I'm not going to be able to do it. So you know, it's a little bit disappointing to me. When they base their really unique ideas on just make it more difficult, make it harder. I really don't get this obsession with creating this extreme difficulty for everything. I just don't find difficulty fun. I don't find difficulty interesting. When I'm getting the same rewards, and I just need to work harder for the same rewards, it's just like, why bother with that? I don't find working harder on a game fun. It's a game. I want to have fun. And just the difficulty itself is not fun at all. What are the mana potions I bought? I bought a ton of mana potions. There it is. 15 of them. Didn't I? Oh yeah, I got the mana from level up. Never mind then. But now I had stuff. I had runes. Now it's here. Runes. What can you do? Nothing really, because I need more runes. I need 2 runes to get this. I could get this, which increases evade chance. I guess I can put it here for now. Yasuo, you now have 2, so you can get something new. Increases crit chance, or increases the damage of critical hits by additional 12%, or begins battle with 15 overcharge. All seem very good for him. Sure, begin with more overcharge, because I have mana problems. Bro, you could get increased crit chance for the and only for the first action taken, so no, I don't think I'm going to do that. I mean, I'm not spending it on anything but could disable like the attack power, and what can I get? Begins battle with 8 overcharge per enemy, or increases haste by 10% for Braum. Should I do the overcharge thing? Ilaoi can get more stamina, which is not really what I'm building her for, but I might as well just spend it so I have it. So it's not just sitting there. Can he do anything? I could use this. Crit chance, yeah, I could use these, but can I disable any of this? Wait. Yeah, that increases my crit chance total by 5% if I do this. And Ari, crit chance, I'm not really attacking with her. Why can't I disable this? Okay. Attack power or crit chance. I can't get this anyway. Will gives us more mana, so will is important for the mana. Okay. The power of heals I could need, so I'd need 1 more anyway, so I might as well spend it on these for now, and then later disable this and grab this. Okay. Will is so nice, it gives you mana. Different will. Did I hit that guy or not? Because elevation.
We never stop.
I guess I did, yeah. Okay. I will tap. These are not librarians, so I can't kill this guy. But I will tap one of the ones with more health. So I guess I could have used the other ability with the multiples. Oh well. Braum, you do your usual stuff. Okay, and I guess you do this. That wasn't necessary because he's gotten a lot of damage from her. Braum, guess you can buff everyone. This guy's down. But yeah, I really don't get this obsession with like difficulty as the only thing that people do. Like, okay, yeah, I get that some people like more difficulty, and like RTS games are supposed to be difficult, so people want more difficulty in general. Yes, sure, but when like every major mod is just makes it 1000% more difficult, and where usually the difficulty is not like actual difficulty, it's just enemies get 1000% health and 1000% energy and 1000% speed. Like, that's not difficulty, that's just cheating. The enemies are just cheating. It's not even a real difficulty. Difficulty is if the enemies got new tactics and started thinking differently. Difficulty is not a challenge, it's just annoyance. Looking at your Legends of Runeterra and your enemies have triple stats modifier. Yeah, it's just like the difficulty ends up being just 1000% speed and attack and health. Like, that's not a difficulty, that's just straight up just cheating. They just make the enemies cheat. If the enemies got like new tactics, new abilities, like difficulties of raids in World of Warcraft, now that is that's an actual difficulty level. Sure, they also get more health and more damage and stuff, but also on higher difficulties the enemies get more abilities, and like bosses get more phases on higher difficulties. Now, and that is like actual difficulty. Oh, holy shit, when did you get so much damage? You were just at full health. Okay, at least the group is dead. And now Brom desperately needs healing. And now the battle has ended, so I wanted to heal him. So I don't know what happened there, where he just suddenly takes like 5000 damage. And now I have to actually use the healing potions. So yeah, like if all those like nightmare difficulty mods made like actual. I don't want to say like that this specific like the StarCraft 2 nightmare difficulty mod really that's all it did, because I think it did some like weird shit. The ward on this door blocks your way. So I think this is the way to Thresh. But yeah, I think like the nightmare difficulty mod like actually does do some like changes to what enemies are doing. Like the StarCraft 2 nightmare difficulty. It is actually doing some. The location has been added to the map. Our wards and getting over there. But then people take like this nightmare difficulty mod and build everything on it. And it's like, why? Okay, you don't need healing yet, even if we might need it in like 5 seconds.
Calm before the storm.
But this guy is like doing like some buff, so he's not attacking us. Healing, I guess. I guess we can do like a big AoE here, but he put shields on them all. Alright. So sure, both are people. And you can like tap this guy, not big attack. Do you like tentacle this guy? Do we have that terror thing? We do. We have 8 stacks, 3, 7. So sure, you cleanse all of that terror from us. And I guess you can do this. Okay, wave 2. Okay. Not need healing yet, so just keep slamming. Brom is still taunting. Guess you do this again. Still taunting. I guess he do the AoE thing. AoE attack. Okay, and you can... that's a little less like a little bit of a waste. Which icon is tap? It's a gun icon, and it's not showing on these over here. Okay. So Heartbreaker. This guy is not tapped, I don't think. He is tapped. Okay, so Heartbreaker, this guy. Because he has the most health. And Ilawi, you just slam this guy.
The goddess blesses us.
Braun, you just hammer this guy. You will take out that guy. Like I realize that like making that actual difficulty that isn't just buff stats. I realize that doing an actual difficulty like that is ironically difficult, because like to make enemies actually smarter, to program them acting smarter is actually very difficult, because you need to like really figure out some things. But it's not as just putting more stats, more attack, more health on enemies. It's not difficulty. It really isn't. It's like really not helping anything. Who are you? Yeah, good question. I don't know, but he's the first non-living thing that hasn't attacked us on sight here. Okay. Another one. Oh, the librarians. This unliving being barely acknowledges anything around him. He seems to be in his own world, waiting for something. Do you have anything to sell? He does. Okay. Okay, and he's got new weapons. More attack power and crit for Pike. Less stamina and less haste. And this is Hextech Gunblade for Yasuo. More attack power and lifesteal. Still not something I want for Ilawi. Attack power and stamina for Ari. Or more attack power and stamina for Braum. Like, suddenly a lot of better weapons, but they're not actually better for anyone. It's like, who are they designed for? More attack power, less stamina, less magic defense, so, and I'm using him as the main tank, so no. So like, this is really not that helpful. So yeah, armor. The armor could be useful. Less stamina and less evade, and no camouflage, but more attack power and defense, maybe. Less stamina and less crit or haste. More stamina, physical, magic defense, and he gets rejuvenation. What is the rejuvenation though? Heals 90 for each turn. It's like this is like a tank thing. I don't think she can be a tank really. So why even put that? This. Yeah, not really. I don't want to exchange the one with the successful sanctuary that I can easily replicate, and it gets more attack power. Like, none of this is really helping me that much. Less will, so no. This is just straight up worse in every way. is really not really helping. I got new rings and necklaces and stuff though. I could put this on like Ilawi maybe, but no, I just got this stuff. Oh, hey Timo! There's a Timo trinket, stuffed Yordle. I hope it's just a stuffed toy Yordle and not an actual stuffed Yordle, because then that would be weird. Yeah, I don't know about any of this really. Major revival potions. Okay, I'll get some mana potions, and I'm actually running out of gold. Okay, who are you? No name. Can't remember. Are you Thresh's servant? I am the curator. Thresh keeps me from fading. I find special things for him and show him. Very enlightening conversation right here. Weren't you attacking us? Thresh takes many things. I kept fighting him, so he took my anger. Okay, he took his anger. We'll await Thresh's next order. Okay, and we got a rest point and stuff. This door is blocked. This door is blocked. Is this where we go? Or we keep going? I guess so. We also can teleport back if we wanted to. Okay, I guess we eat a meal and rest again.
So, you steal people's memories?
Something like that.
I have a few I wouldn't mind being rid of.
I can't fully control it. It would likely kill you.
Well, that's no fun.
Not usually.
Even so, I would kill to have your power. All I've got to rely on is reading people's eyes. And good old-fashioned intimidation.
It could not have been easy. One woman seizing control of Bilgewater as you have.
I don't have to tell you this, but looks can only get you so far. Sooner or later, you gotta kick some teeth in.
Agreed.
I'm glad we can help each other in that regard.
Me too.
Okay, more rest conversations.
Blood Harbor Ripper on my crew. Fate must have a sense
You only
of
now
fate.
noticed it?
So how many captains have you killed?
A lot.
They put up much of a fight?
A few.
Any you regret?
None. Yet.
Interesting
Poetic.
conversation.
I'd swear that's a veiled compliment.
You didn't ask me if I enjoy it.
Do you?
Yes.
All right, Pike. Our day may come, but today is not that day. Instead, how about a drink?
You're serious.
A toast to the strange fate that awaits us all at the bottom of the sea.
I'll drink to that, Captain.
Okay, more conversations.
The darkness radiates from you. There is a sadness fueled by anger. Do you see an end to it?
Are you always this blunt with strangers?
Only those I can read. Those I understand.
You and I. What use is there in looking to an end?
I am neither mortal nor immortal, and while I think about the past, the future, I am always intrigued by the thought of my final moments. You're not?
I look 1 foot past the edge of my blade and no further. That is the only future I consider.
No. You see more.
Or no. I guess I will switch somebody around. But who? This game feels like it really has like you really need just Braum always, because he's like the only real tank. Like Ilawi has like tank capabilities, but she doesn't tank as well as Braum does. Like especially with that shield thing that I got him. I will put on Ari for healing. And have we done Braum, Ari, and Misfortune? I don't think we did. So, okay, let's do this party. Let's do this party and now continue. They hit both of them. Maybe that's the second wave. Okay, dude, chill. I just got here. Like he instantly goes after the healer. Like what the hell? She instantly needs to heal herself. Okay, he already taunted. So now, what do you do now? Yeah, like I noticed it now that with all the attacks they're doing against him with that enchant that I accidentally succeeded with 37% chance, like they're just giving him more shield by attacking him. I just noticed this now. Guess you can blast this guy to death. Do you even need to do that buff thing? It's just giving him more shield by attacking him. That's crazy. Will I need to do any of that? She will probably kill this guy. Yes, he's done. Oh, and now suddenly they were just giving him more shield by attacking him, and now suddenly he's taken like shit ton of damage. Okay. And now she won't be able to heal him before that happens.
You're not getting
Unless that healing will put the second wave. Okay. Are we still taunting? We are. Okay. I guess I'll do this. Like I literally just said that they just keep giving him more shield, and then all of a sudden it breaks through all of the shield. After the previous attack of the same type did like nothing. So okay. I really don't understand how this game works sometimes.
you back. Expecting a thank you?
You make me strong.
I need to do that. Sure. Yeah, give him that D20. Show him what the D20 can really do. guess we can just finish him with basic attacks.
I'll keep searching.
A ring. A ring of champions. What does it really do? A ring of champions. A ring for those who easily conquer their opponents. As damage, stamina, and haste. Don't know, that's really the best one for anyone. Gives them very slightly less haste, but more. So, sure. I'll give that to Yasuo whenever he's back up. Catalogs. This sheet is written in tight, perfect script. It is not signed. This documentation equally serves presumptive consumers and aspiring librarians. I have devised a system for the storage of the myriad writings, tablets, artifacts, portraits, trinkets, and accoutrements stored within this library. This system currently has no name. I recognize one will be required in time. However, no one is not required to adhere to this system. I have designed it such that any child would find it trivial to follow. It is my pleasure to direct you to the reverse of this sheet, where you will discover the key both to navigating and to maintaining our sanctum of knowledge. In fewer words, wheresoever you find something, you shall return it. The back of the sheet is covered, edge to edge, with an intricate legend which sorts books and objects by no fewer than 27 adjectival categories, each again subcategorized. It is indeed perfect. Now, this is my kind of guy. This is my kind of guy. Like, if there's some random people, either like watching the stream now, I don't think there are any, but if there's some like random people watching the stream now, or maybe like watching the VOD later, and they don't know this, so they don't know this already, but my players would know this already. I have like several spreadsheets where I keep like all the data of all the like dozens of characters that exist in our game, and those spreadsheets have all the various like filters. Various filters have various like categories from various like attributes, like professions, social roles. Like they're all like sorted into these categories, and I have like formulas that count like which, like how many characters have persuasion, how many characters have like deception, intimidation, how many characters have woodworking or blacksmithing profession. Dozens is like a word that you use for a lot, you know. So it's not like literally like 5 times 12, 60. It's just, I'm just saying that I have there's a lot of them, all right? Because I don't want to really say that it's in the hundreds, probably. But like I've got various like labels, various things to like sort the characters by, to count how many of each thing we do, and if I want to introduce a new NPC for a specific service, I can like check like which profession is the most needed, which profession the least people have, and like tailor the NPCs to the very specific things we need right now, from the overly autistic spreadsheet that far more detailed than it has any need to be. Okay, oh, this I remember from the watching the game. Ah, what have we here, a newcomer? But you are not one of Thresh's servants, and you're out of your cage. How peculiar. You are in a position of power then, and you still cannot roam freely about, as I'm sure you've noticed the ward at doors. There are many barriers in this place, and only the powerful may break them. But we can help each other. I can help you break those barriers, and you can free me from my cage. What do you say? Do you? Don't listen to him. He's trying to trick you. As soon as he's free, he'll get his hooks into you. You'll never escape. I failed to introduce you to my neighbor. He is Seth. I am Glyn. He does this to every newcomer here. Tries to turn them against me. You've no reason to believe me, but he's trying to deceive you himself. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Lies! Lies! The best way to entrust is through action. If we help each other, then we can trust each other. I'll go first. You need to find an amulet with a red stone in it. There is one in a room nearby, just along the way. I couldn't even enter the room if I were free. The room has wards against unliving prisoners. We will be drained of our energy if we venture there. Bring me the stone and I can show you how to use it. It's a trick! It's all a trick! Go, you haven't the time. There is no telling when Thresh will return and find you missing. Missing from where? Assuming I am one of Thresh's prisoners. Okay, and bring the stone to him instead. Okay, that's a big guy. Where does this get me to? Oh, this is the place where he came from. But it's still locked. I couldn't open it from the other side. Alright.
Careful. This thing's loaded.
Grom, you do your regular stuff. Ari, you get your buff out. Finally. And I guess you do not this. This. Okay, he gets more terror. So I hope I get to use Brom's ult to get rid of some of that. Does he need that much healing yet? He might by the time it comes off. Okay, I will plan a heal on him and hope it doesn't get wasted. Okay, great. Should do a buff. And you can this guy, sure. Come on. Yes. Select target, yes. I don't get this game sometimes. And why it does things that it does. I don't need healing right now, so okay, this guy does AoE, so and you can cleanse things now. Okay, so no more terror. And is this guy tapped? Yes. Okay, Brom is starting to take damage. Yeah, Brom needs to shield people. And you need to... you don't have the AoE heal that Lowy does. Sure, like try to... I don't think was this guy immune to stuns? No. This is not even the stunning one. This is a stunning one.
Just like I predicted.
Okay. He's still not. He's down to 1 HP. Exactly 1 HP. Okay. Is he going to get to act?
Waiting for this.
Oh, they both lack minimum damage and minimum health left.
That's gotta hurt.
Okay, wave 2. Power line abilities will cause the caster take heavy magic damage, so I'm not using power line anyway, so. And Brawl needs to taunt. And can they be ignited? Like, and this buff is out, so I'll put it back on.
Feeling better already. Yo.
Yeah, slam him with that D20.
Gotta hurt.
That's probably the main reason why I gave her that weapon, because for the jokes, even if it's the same joke constantly.
Together, we overcome.
Okay, something to read here. Catalogs too. This sheet is written in tight, perfect script, though ink blots in places as if the pen were jammed into the paper. It is not signed. I acknowledge that, given the size of this library and the breadth of the writings, tablets, artifacts, portraits, trinkets, and accoutrements contained herein, it takes some measure of time to navigate the establishment and return items to their rightful place. However, any reasoning being must in turn acknowledge that, given the size of this library and the breadth of the writings, tablets, artifacts, portraits, trinkets, and accoutrements contained therein, it is of critical, unparalleled importance to ensure that all items are logged, accounted for, and, above all, discoverable. It is beneath the reader and the writer both to bring this matter to the personal, but I must point firmly to the many years spent designing this system. I repeat, wheresoever you find something, you shall return it. Yeah, this is my kind of guy writing it. Watch it turn out to be Thresh before he turned undead. Oh, Catalogs 3. This must be very a lecture as riveting as the previous parts. This sheet is written in a tight, perfect script, though several words seem nearly carved into the paper. It is not signed. I am by no means accusing any singular, presumptive consumer or diligent librarian of callous disregard for the purpose of this establishment, or the sanctity of our work and the organization of our work. No, to so fail such an ideal is a mark not against the individual, but all humanity. However, I am loath to point out be it to my superiors, presumptive consumers, or diligent librarians, that this infringement marks the 37th besmirchment of our sanctum cataloging system. Had I the means, I would put any such negligent party to the pins, that pain might teach them those lessons with prudence, reason, social justice, common decency, and parental love appears to have eluded entirely. And so I repeat once more, wheresoever you find something, you shall return it. Okay, it's a fun guy. Who's this? Talk to the prisoner. The curse! I'm living! No return! Okay, very talkative. Guess you will attack me. I'll devour your essence. Maybe I can break this guy. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's a big one.
You got a name? I
Okay. So, Braun, do your stuff. Now I could use Ilawi with a single target buff. Or debuff, even. Now I guess you can use this to single tap. Okay, so Braum needs to do the AoE shield. You need to do this healing buff. And then heal yourself. And Braum needs to shield. And you need to do Heartbreaker. Use that tap. Okay, that worked nicely. Except, like, what happened to the taunt? Didn't I taunt you in the first move? Okay, I did taunt, but now it's not taunted. So, what's up with that? Can you stun this guy? Like, maybe cleanse all this. These debuffs first. Okay, is he tapped? He's not tapped, I don't think. No. Okay, he is stunned now, so you can't stun him. And now you can use that tap to probably kill him now. And I don't know why the taunt didn't work. Or why it got removed. So he'll probably go down, maybe not. I'm sure go down. Yeah, he did, okay.
Really think they could win?
Okay, what's here? Ancient Cloak. For what's his face? Pike. Like, I always take a second to remember his name. Like, every time I see him, it's like, what's his face? This is actually an improvement in every regard. So I'm doing this. Ancient Cloak. Everything except evade. And it has a XP thing. So sure. This on him. Any ring that's actually an improvement for him in every way. And less crit. And it kind of is important for him to crit, but okay, fine. You use this now. I will be very sad when the day comes when I have to replace this. Maybe it will get replaced by another. Necrit's Diary 3, where did I miss Necrit's Diary 2? I knew this would happen eventually. Viego has isolated Queen Isolde and refuses to let any of us speak to her. He doesn't let anyone else into their locked chambers now, not even the chambermaids. I've done a lot of listening through the door, which makes me feel like an idiot. I hear him babbling on and on, but she doesn't seem well enough to speak. Dire indeed. Out here, life goes on. more chaotic and dangerous by the day, I'm afraid. On the days when Viego refuses to come out of the royal suit, I have to yell the news at him through the locked door. And what news it is! Crops failing, rioting in the streets, and the nightly orders flexing their muscles on our neighbors. Ancient feuds between the nightly orders are brewing, and I fear that without the king's presence, they'll spill over into bloodshed. I hope she found something that can restore Isolde, and with it our king's old fragile equilibrium. But even if Callista does, I must wonder, can a kingdom long survive with a ruler this erratic? Are we too far gone now down the path of misrule and chaos to ever return? Okay. Did we get everything here? Yes. Okay, so Eternity Chambers. Okay. More librarians with books.
It's too late.
The one book. I guess he will summon more as time goes on. I guess you can do the double thing. Nobody needs healing yet. Yeah, that's why I don't like having all that much haste on Ari, because I'm using her as a healer. And then she acts so often that I don't have really anything to do with her. You know, get his book down. Nobody to protect him anymore. He should be tapped now, so just, murder him. Okay, now just books. We still taunting. Buff people to get them down faster. I guess you can do this. And you can act again. Doing what? This? Sure.
Someone clean up this mess.
Still got a few minutes to keep going. This is the amulet that we needed to pick up. Doesn't open. Yeah, because that one guy needs to do something. Does fortune smile on the condemned, or do my eyes trick me? I am smiling on you, yes, so I will unlock the cell because I need the chest behind you. Okay, this guy doesn't attack us actually. Mana potions, thank you. Open my cage and we shall play. Yeah, this guy definitely attacks us. But again, chest behind him.
Hello, little one.
Okay, and she's actually running out of mana. Okay, I guess you do your... sure, do your buff. Okay. What are you doing now? Shall try to stun him. And you tapped him, so you can do this. Bro, I guess you just hit him. Just shoot him. Yes.
You're
We haven't finished the stream yet, so like, come on, chat. What are the topics we can do? What are the complete, totally non-controversial topics we can talk about still today? Still got a little bit of time to talk about something. Like we did climate change, we did religion, so like what other completely non-controversial topic we can still do? We need to ban people from 60. We need to ban people from 60 or older from voting. No, sometimes I do feel like it. Sometimes I do feel like we do, because like we don't need to ban them from voting. We need to ban them from being voted on. Like people who are like at least 70 years old or older, or maybe even 60, shouldn't be able to be to keep ruling. Because like these people like have no idea about how the world is today. Like they have zero idea. Like people who have no idea about modern technology, people who have no idea about like the AI shit, and we need to not pay politicians and freeze all their assets while they are elected. Yeah, but now how are you going to implement those rules? Because you know who needs to implement those rules? Politicians. So they are not going to implement that rule. So it's not going to happen. But I wouldn't say just not pay them at all, but they should be just getting like only enough money to like minimum wage level money, and then cover their expenses to like travel to the capital and back. Cover their expenses and then give them minimum wage. This is what we should be paying politicians. And freeze assets, yeah, we should be freezing their assets because the conflict of interest, the lobbying that it causes. Yeah, I am trusting this guy, which is, totally. I just need a little life essence, and I thought to ask for forgiveness rather than permission. Okay. Okay. And he actually did what he said he would. He left, but I can still talk to him. Okay, that's weird. Watch minimum wage skyrocket. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay, and I guess we can now like go through the barriers we couldn't go through before. What time is it? I still got a few minutes and we can start something. Can we now open this door? Yes. We can now get back. And the buff from the rest is gone, so I might as well rest again. No conversations? No. Okay, but at least we rested and buffed. Ah, and that does bring back enemies. Okay.
Think you can handle me?
I forgot that resting brings back enemies. have to get through these assholes again. Okay, no one really needs healing yet. Try to stun this guy.
Dead and dead. I can take.
Okay, Brom, I guess you shield people because this guy is going away. And you can blast this guy with the Heartbreaker. And you can do what? Oh, that? Sure.
Go.
And then I'm sure heal yourself. She has a lot of haste, so she will at least like heal very quickly.
That's one way to do it.
I think that is where we're going. Can I like avoid these? Fine, I'll fight you again. It's a multi-way battle, of course. I hope I'm not going. I will have to fight Thresh like right now, because I am starting to slowly get a little bit tired. So I'll try to stun this guy.
Waste of ammo.
Do I need to do any of this really? Just try to quickly get through him. Have I tapped you? It doesn't show me when they are tapped. That is slightly frustrating. Okay, wave 2. And we still have the healing buff. Sure, I'm trying to ignite them then. You can do a lot of damage now.
Handle this.
Machine gun. Really need to do that. Try to do this. If they survive long enough.
Now we feast.
Okay. Okay. Let's get in there. I'm gonna save just in case it like starts a battle with Thresh. I don't remember when that would be. I'm gonna save here. And if it does start a battle with Thresh, I'm gonna not finish today, because I don't want to do a big full fight. So who is this guy that we are freeing here? No one. But it gives me a heavenly bell. Okay, so that did not help us find the Thresh. I guess we need to get back to the anguish cells over there. I don't want to fight that guy. I have no reason to. this dungeon. So now it might. But now I see more enemies on the way, so it's not quite Thresh yet. We're just getting to him slowly. Okay, hitting the books more.
Be back.
So we've done politics, we've done religion, and we've done climate change. So we gotta think, like, what is the very light topic for another stream that we could talk about on another stream? Like, what is this another topic that's just as light as these topics? Like, so I need ideas. What else I can do to like completely like, what's the word? Completely trigger all of YouTube's like fears and protections because of all the topics I do sound like I'm here to preach. Sure, we can cover some LGBTQ topics. Yeah, sure, definitely. Given how everyone is turning these topics, sometimes it's quite impossible to have any conversation without. Yeah, see, I'm just starting to deteriorate. I'm starting to like lose train of thought. So I should quickly like get through maybe 1 or 2 fights and get done with this. Have we taunted? We have taunted. Buff. Okay. Have we tapped them? We have tapped them. This guy and this guy.
Expecting a thank you?
And so this terror gets to a certain level, it just deals a ton of damage. Though I think that to really be controversial and to really draw attention, I would need to be like doing the reverse. I need to be doing the reverse of how I would usually approach the LGBTQ topics, because when I approach LGBT topics, it's usually going to be supportive, because I'm on that side. I guess I fall within. Oh my God, that's these things. Okay. Goodness. Because I fall within the LGBTQ zone. But the version that really draws attention, that really draws views, is the one where you just absolutely lose your shit over pronouns. Like, I think we've all seen that video of that one guy that used to be like a big streamer who saw that some game, which I don't remember which was it, if it was, maybe it was New World, or maybe it was like, not, it wasn't New World, it was that, what's the space Bethesda game called that people don't like? No Man's Sky is another space game that people didn't like. What's that? Or a shocking a dog online? Is that what happened? Is that something that happened? Sheesh. Starfield, yes, that's it. I never played Starfield. So I think it was Starfield that like you could put like pronouns on your character in Starfield, and this one guy just completely lost his shit because somebody who isn't him, I don't know, I remember people used to not like it. and there was a lot of complaints. So I don't know what's it doing now, because I haven't heard anything about No Man's Sky in years. Yeah, because, you know, God forbid somebody who isn't you has an option to feel a little more comfortable. Like, why is it even your problem at all? I just don't get some people. Brom needs proper healing.
This'll be worth the wait.
I guess you put shield because these guys like to do AoE. Are people tapped or not? I don't remember. No, they're not tapped. I guess you do the tap on...
Back to it.
That's not what I clicked on. I clicked on the top. This game and targeting. I don't really care about pronouns. I play guys most of the time anyway. Yeah, I'm a very weird non-binary person in that, like, I don't really care about the pronouns either. Like I don't care whatever pronouns you use for me. I do have a very bad opinion about like I don't really care what pronouns you give me. Like, because it's like I really don't mind if you call me he, she, they. Like, I really don't care either way. But I understand there are people who care. There are people who really care about this sort of stuff, you know. So I'm not gonna go out and complain that somebody else. I'm not gonna complain about the fact that somebody else gets to feel better about themselves. That somebody else gets an option that I don't really need in a game. Like, somebody else gets to have an option, somebody else gets to have fun, gets to have more fun with the game. I'm all for it. I want everyone to have fun in a game, unless you are that one guy that is screaming about pronouns. Unless you are that guy. That guy, I don't want to have fun in a game. That one guy, I don't want to have fun in anything. Because he's a major asshole. But, you know, most people, I don't care. And this is the one that stuns them. So stun at least one guy. That didn't do as much damage as I would have liked. Okay, I guess this will do a lot of damage. Okay, these are really what's it called? Bulky. These are really tanky. Might as well have to start blasting. On a completely different topic, I finally hit 1,000 hours on Warframe on Steam. I don't know if I have 1,000 hours on anything. Even games I love and games I played a lot. I don't think I have 1,000 hours on anything. I guess you try to stun the top guy now. Okay, and I guess you can now hard break this guy. Probably partially because nowadays I like these streams are the only time I have to actually play a game. I have like 2, maybe 3 days a week during very late hours where I actually like I could like play games earlier during the day, but I always have other stuff to do, and I'd rather do like the RPG stuff games, like the TTRPG stuff earlier in the day, and then just to do this later when I don't have to think so hard, and I'd rather spend my brain power on those, you know. Nobody needs healing right now. The bro might need healing by the time we're done. So like just start hitting stuff, because these are really bulky and I want to just be done with this. And they're still not dead. Okay. I guess you can do this again. No, I don't know, because sure, just probably could not kill that guy. And heal yourself. Brom. Do we need that shield? Probably not by now. Just try to take this guy down. I am clicking on the target. Come on, game. Don't do that. And you can probably end this guy now. Come on, game. Okay, and I need... Do I need to heal? I thought that she had more... She had less health. Okay, what time is it? It is after 2, so I should just set it in. It's like we're beginning a whole new area, and there's probably a bunch more enemies, so I'm not gonna start anything here. I'm gonna start ending. I'm gonna end starting. And today we haven't moved the main story measure at all. We're still on 66%. We have moved the main story forward because we're going through Thresh's dungeon thing, but we haven't really that percentage counter that is very arbitrary. It hits it at only very arbitrary few points throughout the game. That hasn't moved. So we moved this by 6% last time, and now we moved 0%. So we're even, I guess. I have saved, so I will be quitting in a moment. And yeah, I will be ending the stream shortly. And next video is coming out on Tuesday, probably as usual. And then the next video is probably going to be what I haven't mentioned before. I have like a few of the ideas that I have mentioned before, things that I could have done, but I have put a new idea on a poll. I have a couple of ideas, the old ideas, the new idea. I have put them all in a poll on YouTube lately, and the idea that has been winning the poll last I checked, and has been winning by a slight margin, was like there's only like 4 or 5 types of elves in fantasy, really. So I think that's what I'll be going with, because like the last video, despite being world building just like the previous video, the last one didn't go as well for some reason, which I don't understand what governs them, but people voted to see there's only like 4 or 5 types of elves really in fantasy. So I think I'll be going with that, and I will be I will divide the elves into like a couple of main varieties, and like give you examples from various settings, like including maybe some of my own versions of how these different types of elves are like really like categorized, that you don't need like these 17 or 19 different varieties of elves, because they're really just these let's say 4 basic varieties. I definitely think like I haven't like scripted it yet either, so I don't know for sure how many varieties it will come out to, but like I think it definitely will be like high elves, wood elves, dark elves. It's definitely those are the big 3, like high elves, wood elves, and dark elves, and it's probably more I can take out of that, but a lot of the various types, they really fall into those main categories, and we don't need 17 or 19 different varieties. And that will be the topic, probably. So yeah, I think this is it for today. Hope you enjoyed the stream, such as it was, and all the very uncontroversial topics we have talked about. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope to see you next time.